Hello guys and happy new year. Hope all of you had a great holiday season. I made the decision not to upload during the holidays after my top 5 of 2022 video, but I kept posting on my website about games that I played, where some will receive their own videos, but others won't. This video is about a game I decided to cover now, as it will soon be removed from the store and won't be obtainable other than third-party physical releases. This is none other than Jump Force. Jump Force is the 5th Jump game with various IPs and the second one published in the West. The game was made to honor Shonen Jump's 50 years of anniversary. It was highly anticipated, as J-Star Victory Versus, the game prior to this one, had plenty of series involved in it, had a good amount of sales, and it was also the first game to introduce this concept to the West. Not only that, but the game looked really good, made in Unreal Engine, and furthermore, there have been plenty of new Shonen Heroes that were created or got popularized in the in-between, such as My Hero Academia and Black Clover. The game was released in 2019 with developers being Spike Chunsoft and published by Bandai Namco. These games usually have a terrible story or simply put no story at all. Jump Force, on the other hand, tried to have a story that works, however it comes with a few issues that will be mentioned later. Jump Force tells the story of the player's hero and not the story of a certain jump hero. The game begins with cutscenes shown in the trailers where Frieza is terrorizing Times Square and Goku comes to stop him. Through their battle, Frieza shoots the pedestrian, aka us, but right before we die, Trunks places a cube within us that will not only keep us alive, but will also grant us power. Frieza leaves and the heroes teleport us back into their base and everything becomes clear. An enemy we know nothing about is trying to merge the Jump world with the actual real world. The Jump heroes joined an organization called the Jump Force with the goal to separate the two worlds and restore balance. As the story progresses, the good guys become aware that the bad guys from each of the heroes' world join forces with the person behind all of this, and they're trying to prevent the Jump Force from ruining their leader's plan. Furthermore, through the story, the hero will have to help the Jump heroes around by regrouping them, help them train, and overall become a team. In a clever way, it combined all of the heroes into one team with one common goal. Don't get me wrong, it has some flaws, but overall it was a decent story with various plot twists and interesting concepts. The heroes, unlike the fanbase, do not attack each other for who is better, but instead they all work together, acknowledging that fighting among them will get them nowhere. In fact, the heroes help each other train and build upon their weaknesses. For example, Deku from My Hero Academia feels like a fish out of water, however Goku, Naruto, Luffy and Jotaro help him in order to get his confidence back. Keninshin from Rurouni Kenshin trains with Zoro from One Piece as he realizes that Zoro loses his temper way too fast, leading to him making a lot of mistakes during battle. There are also members who do not like to cooperate with each other, making the whole force feel more realistic. For example, Rukia from Bleach does not trust Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho, as a demon is helping Yusuke to stay alive, which is something that the Soul Reaper such as Rukia faces as an enemy in her main series. On the other hand, people like Bakugo has such a low temper that he always insults and tries to pick a fight with everyone. The game also has innocent interactions, such as Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Is approached by Jotaro from JoJo, as he is reminded of a gambler enemy he faced in his world, and he challenges Yugi into a game. Another one is when Deku was wondering who was the strongest between the Ice Bankai of Rukia and the Flames of Sabo from One Piece, causing this innocent discussion to spark a huge rivalry between them. At the same time, characters appear to remain neutral to the whole thing and original to their characters. Characters such as Grimmjow from Bleach wants nothing to do with Jump Force, but he also doesn't want Ichigo to die, and thus he remains freelancing, defeating the enemy noise, and join heroes every so often when there's a mission nearby. Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Starts the same by defeating various enemies in order to protect the world for his brother, but unlike Grimmjow, he eventually joins the force, and what is good about Kaiba is that once he joins the force, he disses everyone who isn't as rich or as good looking as him, while deep down he cares a lot about his brother and his arch-nemesis Yugi. Some negative things about the story is that it's delivered in two forms: cutscenes that are fully voice acted and cutscenes that have no voice acting at all. Unfortunately for the game, every side quest and the majority of the main quest are the ones with no voice acting. Action scenes do not look as impactful as they should have been, and this is based on two main reasons. The first one being that the frame rate of the cutscenes seems to drop, and I played the game on the PS5, so I can't even imagine what it was on the PS4, and the second reason being how they're extremely short. With the exception of the final chapter, most cutscenes take less than a minute, or in some cases, just a few seconds. Moreover, some parts feel as if they're just drag on for too long to a certain point. For example, all the main villains appear, they fight, and then they simply say, "Oh yeah, I gotta go now." Why do the heroes keep letting them go? It is a question that the game never answers. Sure, in some cases, the answer is that their mission was to stall the heroes, but in others, it makes zero sense whatsoever. The heroes simply fight and then call it a day, as if these ain't the villains who wish to destroy the world. Additionally, another fair criticism is that the story, in terms of gameplay, feels repetitive and in a bad way. As a new regroup, it makes sense that the hero will try to be familiarized with the Force, and that he will send on missions to regroup other heroes who do not know what's going on. However, each time the hero meets someone, they fight in order to gain their trust, and a few chapters later, the enemy finds a way to control the heroes, and once again, the hero and a random person from the Force will have to fight the brainwashed hero in order to bring them back to their senses. A few chapters later, once again, the villains are capable of making replicas out of the heroes, resulting in another boss fight with a certain enemy. This process of join a random member to fight the hero, fight that hero, free the hero from the brainwash, and retrieve the cube will be used a lot, and I mean a lot, while playing the main storyline. The final and worst thing in my opinion about the story is the fact that the story mode is everywhere and nowhere. To elaborate, the main story events are marked with red circles with an exclamation mark inside of it. Some are placed in the hub world, where the player will walk towards the direction and trigger a cutscene, and the other one, and most common, will be found in the mission select. The problem here is that after a scene, 4 exclamation marks become available and the player can access them at any order. This is bad because from a personal experience, there were multiple times where a hero joined the Force, and on the next mission, the team was trying to regroup them. For example, here I am regrouping Majin Buu in my team, and on my next main mission, I'm trying to convince Majin Buu to join me. How does this work? The quest should have been erased. Anyways, the story of the game is not its selling point. Let's be honest, this is not why everybody's picking the game. So, on to the gameplay. The first option is to create a custom hero. The custom options on designing the hero has a decent amount of options, as the player can choose his favorite art styles from the shows and design them. For example, if you like the JoJo's facial structure, you can use that, with Yu-Gi-Oh's art style for eyes, with a mixture of Dragon Ball hairstyles, and scars from Bleach. It has a decent amount of options for the players to do whatever they like. When it comes down to abilities though, the player will have to regroup the more heroes in order for more abilities to become available. However, if the player doesn't regroup any heroes, their skill store will most likely look empty. There's also Z-Souls that somebody can buy to equip as passive abilities, and some other clothing that are mostly directly from the heroes taken in different colors. For example, you can get the Goku gi in 4 different colors, and you can customize tops, bottoms, accessories, and different stuff like that. When it comes down to combat though, Jump Force has nothing new to offer or something to make it separate from other arena brawlers. The player selects any 3 heroes that they wish to play with. It can be anyone, including the custom hero one. It's at this point that I would like to state that in story mode, the heroes you regroup on the side quest and the main quest are the ones that you can actually use in the gameplay, but if you want to just play with a friend, you have to play at least the first 2 main missions where they regroup the hero, in order for all the playable heroes to become available in the battle mode, online and locally. All heroes have a light and a medium combo. However, unlike any other games, the hits barely combo together, allowing the enemy to escape. And what I mean by this is that in other games you can use light, light, medium, 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 light, 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 medium, heavy, and etc, etc. This one allows only for a few combinations such as square, triangle, triangle, and then square, square, down, square, square, triangle, down, triangle, down. It doesn't have a lot of options, let's be honest. All the heroes have a unique grab that is unblockable, and some deal severe damage. The game offers a block button, which can also be used to dodge. The player icon has a small red bar that resembles the dodge ability. The problem with the dodge is that there is only one available and has a long cooltime. Unlike the Naruto Storm series or any Dragon Ball game, there is only one of them and it takes too long for it to recharge. The option to parry is always available, however, it is in my belief that the mechanism is not very polished, because when an enemy hits you and you press the button on the perfect time, sometimes it will work, some others it won't. All heroes can power up and have 4 different specials that are mapped on the controller. Usually, square is the projectile that needs the lesser key, triangle is a combo attack and takes more ki, and circle is the heavy blow that takes way too much ki, and last but not least X, which is the ultimate attack. The players can hold L2 to swap heroes or tap L2 to use the hero's assist. Keep in mind, the orders that the heroes are being selected will remain the same throughout the game. For example, if you have hero 1 and you want to swap to 3, you cannot do that unless you go to hero 2. Last but not least, all heroes have an awakened form where they dive deep into their powers. Tapping the battle will instantly transform the hero, currently on use, and if pressed during a combo, the whole team will dab on the enemy. It is important to note that some heroes like Goku can transform when simply using his special. In this case, he throws the Spirit Bomb and then he goes to Super Saiyan. However, certain heroes like Goku, Frieza and Vegeta, they can go deeper into their god forms if the player doesn't use his special and use it after it becomes a second bar. The combat of the game is not that good though. It feels more like button mashing than a strategy game. Mashing will get the players far, and using certain overpowered heroes will grant them an easy victory. The graphics, although pretty good, during combat they are very flashy and create a more blurry screen, which is not really appreciated. Local multiplayer between players 1 and 2 share the same screen and switches between the players who did the most damage in the last fight. The problem is that the maps are really big and the players can easily go away from it to charge or prepare for anything else. Last but not least, the major drawback of the game is that each hero in the same team shares the same health bar and stamina bar, which is very frustrating to deal with. Honestly, this is a hit or miss game. If you're looking for a game with great story or the next big arena bloater, then this is not a game for you. However, if you're looking for a playground where you can use your favorite figurines to clash with each other, then this is a perfect package. As I mentioned, this game will cease to exist in any online store, as Bandai announced that online events, updates and purchasable items will be removed from the stores. On the 22nd of February, the game will consider officially dead, and unless it was purchased before that, the players will not be able to find it other than physical third parties. The maps of the game are really good, combining locations from the Jump universe and the real world. For example, finding the Statue of Liberty on the planet Namek, or even Big Ben in the Hidden Belief village. The game has an amazing destructive environment where each Keyblast interacts with it as well, either by piercing it or doing whatever on the ground. It stays there for a long time, sometimes it stays forever. And it also has an amazing interaction with clothes. What I mean by that is that all heroes have 3 designs. They are 0% damaged, they are 25% damage with some scratches and a few torns here and there, and last but not least, the heavily damaged, which consists of a lot of blood, bruises, and some heroes even losing part of their clothes such as their tops or their bottom trouser on the right and stuff like that. Honestly, it was a great project that needed a bit more budget on combat than getting the heroes IPs on. Personally, I believe the best game of this type is the Ultimate Jump Stars for the Nintendo DS, which is like a Smash clone, but if we're looking for the West, then definitely J-Stars Victory Versus was better than Jump Force. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments below what were your thoughts on Jump Force, and what are your thoughts on the next anime collaboration game. Do you want it to be an arena brawler? Do you want it to be a Smash clone? What do you think the next anime game will be of this type? Keep in mind the game is always on sale as a bundle, which consists of the game and all the DLCs, for the price of £7 or €10 depending on where you live. As always, for more details feel free to look on my website linked down below, and until then, take care and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya!